You've come a long way up the table, haven't you? You think back to the start of the season. Now you're in the top four for the first time in 14 months. This is an important step, isn't it, for the club, for the belief of the fans and for the squad?
It was a big game for us, obviously. Having the capacity to go above them and go forth, it was an statement. And we've been pretty strong at home, and we need to put another big performance against a really difficult team, and I think we've done it.
And there's been the sideshow of the captaincy. There's been the sideshow of the captaincy. It didn't distract anyone tonight, did it?
No, they were fully focused, and they wanted to show how strong we are as a team. And the performance and the attitude and the commitment that they showed today is exactly what we asked them, not by myself, but as a club.
Yeah, Arsenal into the top four for the first time in 14 months. We'll come to that in a moment. Overall, a very clinical and comfortable evening for them.
Yeah, it was. From a game that they were expecting a lot more from, and I think that what they'd done right from the start was they set their stall out in what they were going to do, like the manager said. Very intense, you know what I mean, very passionate in the way they played. Created some chances in the first half, which you'd like to have seen them take one, because I think they deserved it with their performance. But in the end, very, very good performance on a game that they really needed to win.
And probably should have won by more.
Should have, yeah. Their performance deserved it. They were far superior in every department to West Ham from start to finish. Tactically very good. Defended when they had to, which wasn't much, played on the front foot, pressed when they had to, and they created a lot of chances, and they got the result their performance deserved, and could have got and should have got some more goals.
Martinelli got the first goal. How good a finish is this?
It's a brilliant finish. I think what it is the touch that makes it. Steve Lacazette, who had a fantastic game, it's this touch here. Now he can get himself around it. And then it all comes down to, he's obviously been in this position many times in training. You can see how confident he is once he gets through. And it's always a good sign when you see, once he gets that space to attack. Once he gets past them, it's the touch. And then at no stage here did I think he weren't going to score, because his touch just literally made it for him. And then he just finished very, very accomplishedly, bam. It's brilliant. We know that he's capable of doing that. I remember watching him break through against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and he had to go from a long way, and it's the same kind of clinical mindset he had, and he finished it exemplary in that time as well.
Such a clever goal, the movement, the pass, everything about it, the touch from Lacazette to play him in, and then his pace to get away from ᴍᴏ and I forget who the midfielder was.
No, it was Souček.
Souček, yeah, to get away from Souček as well, and then have the composure to finish it off, and the way he did. It was a really, really clever goal.
Now, before we get to the penalty, ᴍᴏ, of course, shown 2 yellow cards. Let's clear up the first of all, Alan, in the first half.
Yeah, you can't have any complaints about this. He sticks his arm up to block Tierney there, and yeah, that's a yellow card, and I think most people would agree with that the referee at least got that one correct. Certainly didn't get this one correct, though. This is an awful decision. Yeah. Two terrible decisions. One to give the penalty, and then to rub salt in the wound by giving him another yellow card, which therefore meant it was his second one, therefore it was going to be a red. He wins it there with the right foot, then again he wins it with the left foot on the follow through. Never a penalty. Terrible decision.
When you see it, because the referee gave it on the pitch and where the ball went, I can't understand why he gave it from his position. And then I'm thinking, well, when they go to VAR, they probably overturn this, but they didn't, because I didn't think that ᴍᴏ, Lacazette was in any danger in that challenge. He wasn't off the ground. It wasn't particularly violent. His studs weren't showing towards him. He touched the ball twice, like Al says, so it was a very, very soft one to give. I can't say any more about that.
OK, let's hear what the West Ham manager, David Moyes, thinks about that and his team's performance.
David, you've been in the dressing room for quite a while after the match. How do you assess that?
Well, we didn't play well. Arsenal played well tonight, but we were right in the game for long periods. We'd kept them out and worked hard to do so. But we just gave it away late on when we were down to 10 men, when we were doing quite well at that point.
Well, let's talk about the 10 men. What do you make of the challenge and the decision?
Well, I think we've had a weekend just gone of really soft penalty kicks, and I think that Anthony Taylor might have this one right. he might. I think that we do get the ball, and I'd like to claim that, and I'd like to say that. But I think Vladimir should have got a better contact on the ball. He should have either got his foot to it and toe-balled the ball away, or if he was going to block it, then he has to get a fuller contact on the ball. But I still think that, you know, the referee on the pitch could have quite easily not given it because of the contact. But I think the follow-through was probably more than the reason for it. He should have toe-poked the ball away, or he should have blocked it. I didn't think it was that difficult a tackle to make.
Well,
I don't quite know what to say to that. Is he being sarcastic? Is he having a pop at his player because he felt he should have done better in other parts of the game, possibly? But I totally disagree with him. I know he says he wins the ball, and he wins the ball twice. I wouldn't. I don't understand at all what he means by that.
Where's he coming from?
You know something? I think that when you look at it, you could see where Ċūfāļ's coming from. Him saying that maybe he could have got more on the ball. Like, you see, you can see a lot of the ball. There's the ball. He could go into the ball there, but like, that's the only thing I could see what he's saying. But like, I can't understand what David Moyes is saying there. I can't. He's baffled me, because that's soft. Because I don't think, like I said, and I continue to say, I don't think Lacazette's in any danger. I don't think he catches him there, but not to the extent that Lacazette is rolling around like that.
Look where the ball goes.
Yeah.
So for David Moyes to say he should have got more contact on it, the ball actually travels another 15 or 20 yards away because of the contact that Ċūfāļ gets on it. I think he might be being sarcastic there and not wanting to get himself into trouble.
OK. Arsenal have now missed 3 penalties in a row in the Premier League after Fabianski saved this one.
Yeah, it was a poor penalty. I thought that the run-up looked a little bit like he's telegraphing it a bit. And if you are going to get it into that, you've got to go a lot higher than that. I think he needed a little bit more of a run-up. He's not really to hit that cleanly for me. In the corner, I should say. You know, it's very soft. It's at a great height for the goalkeeper, and he rightly saved it.
It mattered not in the end, but the way penalties are being given at the moment, that's not a great record.
Something they're going to have to improve on, and Arteta will, I'm sure, be working away on the training ground and looking at other options to take penalties.
3 minutes from the end, Arsenal secured the victory.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe been on for 21 minutes, his 6th of the season.
Delighted for him. He's missed the last couple of games, I think. He's not started. And it's like I say, he wanted to add more goals to his game. He's doing it now. He's come on with a point to prove. You know, like he wants to be a first-team regular. And he's come on and he's scored. He's put that back into the manager's court now. That, yes, I'm a young player and you've got the capability of leaving me out, but I don't want to be left out, actually, because I will come on and I'll do this. And him and Saka have got unbelievable rapport together. They've been playing together since they were kids. And, you know, he wants to be in that team. He wants to be a part of it. And I think it's very exciting. Arsenal at the moment with him and Saka and ᴜᴜ and Gabriel Martinelli. You know, the future's looking bright.
I'm just, forgive me, but I'm just going back to that David Moyes interview. I
rarely see you lost for words.
I'm going to take you back 2 minutes before that, when we listened to Declan Rice, his captain, what he said. He said there's nowhere near good enough from his team tonight, that his team were awful. David Moyes actually said in his interview they were right in the game and they were doing really well up until then. So I don't believe a word of what that interview said, or what David Moyes said.
Yeah. All right, well, where are West Ham at for you then? 1 win in 6 now, dropping out of the top 4.
If you had offered them the position that they're in terms of the league at the beginning of the season where they are now, they would have taken it. But in their last 6 or 7 performances, it hasn't been good enough. They set such high standards that they went after people. They were full of energy. They looked really fit, high on confidence, scoring goals. Antonio was bullying defenders and scoring goals and bringing people into the game. He stopped scoring, and certainly on tonight's evidence and at the weekend, they look shattered. They looked as if they have no energy, running on empty, and it looks as if their number of games and the European trips have caught up with them.
No Europe for Arsenal, of course, but right in Irish at Brentford when they lost The first game of the season, they lost their first 3. It's been something of a roller coaster since, but Mikel Arteta, through this period of ups and downs, has got them into the top 4 now, righty?
Yeah.
For the first time in 14 months.
Yeah. It's the goal, it's the end goal, if we're going to be totally honest, to try and stay in 4th position. It's going to be tough, but I think he's got the players now who are starting to believe, you know, because I think that West Ham side came, and the way that West Ham started the season, that's what's happening. People are ready for West Ham. Arsenal were ready for them, and now people will be doing the same to Arsenal. Arsenal have to now continue to stay at that level. Like I said, Leeds coming next, just being beaten 7-0 by City. They'll want to put that right. It's a game that Arsenal should go there and at least not lose if they're going to stay where they are in 4th place. I think they can do it. It's all going to come down to strength of mind and consistency. I think they can do it.
Yeah, I was impressed with Arsenal tonight. They had to put out a little bit of a statement and back the manager up, and they did that. It would have been, not easy, but if they had to come out and put in a bit of a limp performance this evening with no energy, and that would have told you a lot, I think, in terms of what they thought of his decision to axe Aubameyang of the captaincy and leave him out completely. But in the manner of the performance that they showed tonight and a couple of days ago, that they believe in their manager, and they themselves, that would tell you that they thought it was the right decision as well. Now, it's all right doing that for 2 games. You've now got to go on and do it for another 7 or 8 games to keep that momentum going and try and at least put some pressure on the teams in and around them, particularly Man United and Tottenham. And they've done that with West Ham this evening, but they've now got to keep that going, and they've set a standard, I think.
OK, Arsenal up to 4th. When we come back, we'll have a look at the other.
Can anybody out there